Your brain is not broken, it's just running on a version of software that was never intended for the level of digital noise you're currently experiencing. If you find yourself hitting the snooze button for the third time, feeling like you've been run over by life before you even stand up, you are likely suffering from a cooked attention span. We've been conditioned to start our days by reacting, grabbing the phone, scrolling through drama, and checking notifications, which floods our systems with cortisol the second we open our eyes. This creates a state of background anxiety that drains your battery until you are left with nothing but brain fog. To reclaim your focus, you don't need more willpower, you need a biological override. The truth is that happiness and focus aren't things you find in a new app. They are states you activate using simple brain tricks that work in 15 to 20 seconds. By understanding how your brain reacts to physical cues faster than thoughts, you can interrupt the digital spiral and flip the switch back to thinking mode. This is your roadmap to rebuild a shattered attention span using 5 science-backed quiet habits. Habit 1. The 60-second transition pause. Most people wake up and immediately surrender their minds to other people's problems, opinions, and drama. When you check your phone the moment you wake up, your brain is in a highly programmable state, and whatever you feed it becomes your emotional foundation for the day. Instead of reacting, you must implement a transition pause. This is a ridiculously small but incredibly powerful 60-second window, where you do nothing but breathe slowly and notice that you are awake. Taking just 1 peaceful minute before touching a screen increases serotonin, your natural mood stabilizer, and lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that usually spikes during a morning scroll. During this minute, you can anchor yourself with one specific sentence. This is a new day, I get to start again. This simple phrase flips your brain out of autopilot and tells your subconscious that you are starting the day on purpose, not by accident. This 1 minute sets the emotional tone for everything that follows, ensuring you aren't starting your day already behind. Habit 2. The physical mute button. When your attention is fragmented, your nervous system is stuck in a fight-or-flight response, and you cannot think your way out of it. You have to use your body to talk to your brain. One of the fastest ways to do this is through the ear massage trick. Your ears are covered in nerve endings that connect directly to your vagus nerve, which is your body's internal chill-out supervisor. By using your thumbs and index fingers to firmly roll the fleshy rim of your ear from the top down to the lobe, you trigger a rest and digest response. This acts as a physical mute button for the internal noise in your head. To deepen this reset, you can use reverse breathing, also known as the physiological sigh. Instead of taking a big inhale, which can actually increase tension, you start by exhaling every last bit of stale air. Then, take a gentle inhale through your nose followed by a quick sip of air on top to reinflate the air sacs in your lungs. Letting out a long, slow exhale that is twice as long as the inhale tells your heart rate to slow down and flushes out stress gas from your system. These physical overrides signal to your brain that you are safe, allowing your logical centers to come back online. Habit 3. The 20-second mental hijack. Digital overstimulation makes your world feel small, threatening, and chaotic as your focus turns inward toward the storm in your mind. To fix this, you need to force your focus outward using the quick focus object trick. Pick one ordinary, neutral object in your environment, like a coffee stain on the wall, a pen, or a leaf on a tree, and study it with intense silent curiosity for 20 seconds. Ask yourself specific questions. Is it matte or shiny? How does the light hit it? What would it feel like to touch? By giving your prefrontal cortex, the logical, observant part of your brain, a simple, non-threatening job, you pull mental energy away from the amygdala, which is the fear center currently screaming about your to-do list. You cannot fully engage both at once, so by choosing to focus on the pen, you are choosing to starve your anxiety of the attention it needs to survive. It is a Jedi mind trick on yourself that resets your attention span in the middle of a stressful day. Habit 4. The micro-win dopamine snowball. Most of us chase happiness and focus the wrong way by waiting for big results or massive bursts of motivation. However, your brain doesn't release dopamine after you finish a giant goal. It releases it during progress. When you are cooked and unmotivated, you need to trigger a micro-win. Pick a task that takes less than 15 seconds. Straighten your posture, drink a sip of water, or make your bed. Making your bed might sound like a cliché, but it is a psychological snowball that tricks your brain into feeling capable. When you complete a tiny action, your brain detects progress and rewards you with dopamine, which increases your motivation to take the next step. Starting is always the hardest part, but once you trigger that first hit of dopamine through a micro win, your brain actually helps you continue. Movement, even just 60 seconds of shaking out your arms or dancing, also releases endorphins that keep your thoughts lighter and faster. Habit 5. The nightly brain dump and identity statement. Your attention span is often broken because your brain treats unfinished thoughts like open browser tabs running in the background, preventing you from ever fully relaxing. To close these tabs, you must perform a nightly brain dump. 5 minutes before bed, grab a piece of paper and write down every worry, task, and random idea in your head. Getting it out of your mind and onto paper tells your brain it is okay to let go, which research shows can help you fall asleep significantly faster. Finally, the habit that ties everything together is your identity statement. Every action you take is driven by who you believe you are. If you tell yourself you have a broken brain, you will unconsciously make choices that reinforce that brokenness. Every day, say to yourself, I am the kind of person who takes care of my happiness. This isn't just a feel-good phrase. It is a way to focus on who you wish to become. When you change your identity, taking a 2-minute morning pause or unplugging for 15 minutes stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like a gift. Focus is not a limited resource you either have or you don't. It is a skill that you build through small intentional votes for the person you want to be. You don't have to fix your entire life today. You just have to choose one 15-second switch to flip. Stop reacting to the world's chaos and start creating your own calm by choosing one of these habits to try tomorrow morning. Your brain is waiting for you to take the lead. Make the shift today.